So welcome to building an arcade cabinet. These are finished cabinets that you'll be seeing how we put together in the different techniques that are available below. So what I wanted to do, and the reason why I'm showing you them finished first, is I want to show what the difference of the technique is first, so that you get an understanding when I'm talking back and forth from them, because I am showing one or two kind of at the same time and focusing on one more than obviously the other. I did 4 different techniques with every panel, so 1, 2, 3, 4, that's kind of how I did them. So we're doing 2 different techniques per cabinet. And yes, these are half-size cabinets. They're probably the same size as an arcade 1-up. The reason why we did that is to save on materials a little bit, just because these are for demo purposes only. So we built these cabinets each out of 1 sheet each. All right, so this here is our technique number 1. All right, so this is what you're gonna find online quite a bit. Guys are using 2x2 pine and screws to screw these together, building your cleats and stuff like that on the inside. But what normally I've been finding online from anything that I've seen is they're screwing these from the outside. Not only is that a lot harder to do and line up properly, it's really ugly and it's really hard to deal with. You're gonna have to be fixing a lot of your screw holes and stuff with either Bondo or wood filler. I would strongly suggest, if you're doing it this way, to use Bondo and not to touch the wood filler. And then we also have the way it connects is it's just kind of wood on wood, okay? So you've got wood connecting to wood there without any sort of, I guess, fastening support on there. It's just a flush connection. Now this side kind of looks the same, which it says number 3, that's technique number 3, but we'll get into that in a second. So technique number 2 is exactly the same as technique number 1, except for we didn't use screws, we use glue and we use cleats, like 3/4 inch cleats out of the same material that we made our machine out of, and we use nails from a nail gun, okay? So that is a lot cleaner and nicer look if you see that. And if you're building something small, you can see how that kind of takes up a lot of room on the inside too. So if you're doing wiring and things like that, you got to wire around all that stuff. This is just a little bit less invasive, that type of a thing, and it looks nice and neat, that type of a thing. So the difference between 1 and 2 is just the size of the cleat and what we're doing to fasten the cleats in, but the way the wood attaches and stuff is exactly the same. Now the other thing that we've did with 2 versus 1 is this one we inset the edge of all of our panels that we've made to the edge of our machine by 1/4 inch. This here we went flush to the outside. So there's 2 different styles as well. All right, so now technique number 3. What we did with this, you can't really tell, but we're putting in dados. So you can kind of see that right there where we've inset our cuts to put our cleats in there. And then what that looks like is you have a full 3/4 inch piece, and then it comes up, and then you see how we've dadoed it all the way up there to get that nice kind of fit in there. What that does is it gives you a little bit more surface area for your structure to be glued to and hold into place, versus something like this on technique number 1, where it is just flush fit to the side there, where people would tend to nail from the outside and stuff. We build it from the inside because we got the T-mold slot here that goes in almost 1/4 inch, that's like almost as far as the depth of the wood here. So if you're nailing through there from the outside or screwing from the outside, then you could ruin your T-molding slot or bit. If you're going to do it after the fact, you shouldn't be doing that. You should be doing it beforehand, just like following all the instructions we've given you. And then you were also using the cleat and nail system. So we've done the same thing on our technique number 4. The only difference for that one is that we did it as an inset on here at that 1/4 inch as well, to give that different style and look to the cabinet, as you can see there on the top versus here. Now both these cabinets are unfinished. We'll show you how to finish them as we move on, but we just brought these to that point so I can show you the different techniques and what they are in the difference, because while we're laying it down, we're just going forward full throttle with this, and you may or may not understand. So I just wanted to show you beforehand, and once we're done, we'll do a recap. See you soon.